Hel- Hello, I'm Steve with Touch of the Master's Hand, Holy Spirit Ministries. I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about some visions that the Lord has given me and about the book that He inspired me to write and how to get a free copy. So I'm going to kind of dive into the vision piece of it. This is just one of a lot of them. I saw a circle of water and fire roll down from heaven and out across the people in the church. As the fire hit them, it burned everything off of them. They were naked. They were covered in gray-colored ash. Then I saw a river, crystal clear, flowing out over the people. The water washed them pure and clean. There was a golden path in front of them. On each side there was a large dirt field. Off in the distance you could see a golden cross. The people walked toward the cross with a Bible in their hand. A fierce, dusty wind blew across the people. Some laid their Bibles down and were blown off the path into the dirt cloud. Others just kept walking to the cross. The cross had blood flowing from the sides of it. Once there, the people walked through the blood and the cross. On the other side, angels were waiting with white robes for them to put on. 1 Corinthians 15:57-58, Revelation 7:14-17. I put scriptures with a lot of these visions because, I want it to be Bible based. That's what this book is all about. It's not about me or about the book. It's about getting you closer to Jesus, getting you to dig deeper into the Word. We're in the last day, end time move of God. It's going to be all about Jesus, Jesus at the center. That's what this country needs, You don't hear that on the media. You don't hear people talking much about Jesus. Talk about God, but they don't talk about Jesus. That was the ultimate plan God had for the salvation of the world. He sent His only Son. So the blood, the cross, there's visions in here about blood, oil, fire, and water, all about power of Jesus. Just awesome. You can get a free copy of it by emailing me at steveyoungstrom@yahoo.com. The title of the book is called Visions and Writings of Promise, Hope, and a Future for America. The reason that it's titled that is because, of course, visions and writings. There's some writings, some of my wife wrote, some I wrote, but there's a lot of visions in here. It's just a spiritual tool to get you closer to Jesus. Promise, hope, and a future for America. Jesus is not done with this country yet. There's a last day end time revival coming for America and the world. We're living in a great grace dispensation. I can prove it on even today's level. Look up last days, end of the earth, end times, end time dreams and visions, any of that kind of things that have to do with the end times, last days, on the internet. Doom and gloom. All about nuclear wars, wars with Russia, earthquakes, tsunamis, death and destruction, even aliens invading the earth. One of them that's on there is economic collapse. We're already economically collapsed. We're $20 trillion in debt. Donald Trump is going to shut the government down if he doesn't get his way over the border wall. How can he do that? How can one man have that power? Because we're in perilous times. We can't pay our bills. If Congress doesn't vote and the president doesn't agree to raise our ceiling deficit, to raise how much money we can borrow, the country folds. Obama's era, it folded for 5 weeks. That's the type of trouble we're in that's actually happening today. It'd be like me or you going to the bank with a $20,000 credit card debt and saying, hey, I can't pay my bills unless you borrow me more money. They'll laugh you right out of the bank. So anyhow, that's just proof that we're in a grace dispensation. We're not a third world country. We could be if the economic collapse took place, if our debt didn't get paid, if the government shuts down for any length of time. We can't pay our bills. So anyhow, that's kind of, I'm not trying to politicize this, but Jesus has to be at the center. One of the visions I had is about the election, 2 days after the election. But it's not really about the election. It's about Jesus being at the center of this divided country. The media is all divisive, racial, fearmonger, just a bunch of junk, really. I turn it on to try to decipher find out what's going on in this country, but it's pretty hard to find out the truth. So anyhow, Get this book. It's called Visions and Writings of Promise, Hope, and a Future for America. Available on Amazon or Kindle, or you can get it by emailing me at steveyoungstrom@yahoo.com. If you like it, put a like on my Facebook, on my YouTube. If you don't like it, put a dislike. Any comments you want to put. If you really like it, put it on your Facebook page, Instagram. I'd appreciate any help you can get getting this out there. I'm going to send away free copies for a while, limited time, but anyhow, God bless you. Thank you for listening to me. And once again, this is Steve with Touch of the Master's Hand, Holy Spirit Ministries. Have a great and wonderful day.